What's going on, guys? It's me, Scrappy. So today we have this little sort of different spin on the storytime videos. Well, not really storytime videos, but I've been doing subscriber stories videos for a little bit. Not that I'm not getting good stories, but it's kind of slow. So what I'm going to be trying to do is, these are just some stories some other people have told me. They're not necessarily subscriber stories. They're not mine, but they're going to be told first person. And these are just, they're so funny and so stupid. But, yeah, they're all from high school. I think this video is going to be hilarious. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And, yeah, let's just jump right into this. One night, it was me, my friend Mark, and my friend James all hanging out at my house. My mom was working third shift, and when we got bored, some strange things usually happened. We were outside, and my friend James gets the idea that Mark should run down the street completely naked. He refuses, obviously, but we keep saying, come on, man, it's like 3 a.m., nothing's gonna happen. To be fair, I really didn't think anything would happen. We were in an extremely small town, so after a ton of arguing, we finally talked him into it. There he is, completely naked. We walked down my driveway and into the street. We're just like, jog to the end of the street and then come back. We were laughing uncontrollably at this point. So 1 minute, he's running down the hill. He comes back no longer jogging, but sprinting, full speed. Everything, and I mean everything, is flapping in the wind. Behind him is a police car driving after him. He jetted straight past us without even acknowledging our presence, and we knew we were all in a lot of trouble, but I was immobilized on the ground because I was laughing so hard. The cop, of course, catches up to Mark, and he made Mark walk along the side of the car back to my house, and he gets out and told us that we were all in tons of trouble. He let Mark put on his clothes, and I was actually pretty sure we were going downtown, but instead he just writes all of our names and calls our parents the next day. I told my mom what happened, and she too couldn't even stop laughing. My senior year, I found out that if you look above the drop ceiling in the upstairs men's bathroom, there's like this huge, maybe even 12-foot high cave. You could climb on pipes, the tops of walls, etc. to navigate through most of the second floor, so naturally my friends and I would take opportunities to explore this newfound space. In order to get up there, you would usually have to occupy the handicapped stall and then stand on the rails, move a tile aside, and pull yourself up. But because a variety of people, including snitches and teachers, used the restroom, secrecy was very important. So we always replaced the tile while exploring. And this, as you can imagine, caused a lot of problems when you were trying to get down. As long as there was a watchman, you were usually okay coming down, but if there wasn't, it was pretty problematic because, like, somebody's just outside washing their hands or whatever, you could probably see us coming back down. The absolute best and last experience with this happened early one morning. A friend and I were feeling bold, and we went exploring without a spotter. Predictably, we got caught up there, and I should mention how amplified the sound gets while you're up there, so our stifled giggles and just all the noise we were making was incredibly obvious. Whoever was in there at the time called out hello in a very creeped out way. We compose ourselves and wait for him to leave. A short while later, we hear the door, so basically what happened here was we thought he left, but instead he came right back in. So we go back to the entrance tile, remove it, and staring straight up at us with the most creeped out face ever is a kid taking a crap on the toilet. Just staring at these kids who just removed a tile from the ceiling and is looking straight down at them. He puts his hands up, walks backwards into the wall with the urinals, and practically just bolts out the door. My friend and I get out of there immediately, though. Later that day, rumors started to spread about some guy watching people use the bathrooms. Some got as crazy to say he was in the walls and had removed a brick to spy through. All the bathrooms ended up getting locked, the police show up, and apparently the entire school went on some sort of alert. My friend and I spent the rest of the day thinking we were getting expelled, but in the end, the creep, or me and my friend, was never caught. And they installed these little tabs in the drop ceilings, making them impossible to get into without breaking the tabs and obviously making it obvious that somebody just broke through. Eventually, the entire school learned the real story, and it was just a hilarious story that everybody never really stopped talking about. The high school cafeteria was pretty much set up that there was this option for the regular high school lunch, which was rectangular pizza, chicken nuggets, whatever. And then on the other side, there was an a la carte option where you could just like pick like junk food, candy, chips, drinks, whatever. And both of these options were pretty much used every single day by pretty much everybody. But at some point, the principal or whoever was really running the whole lunch area decided it would be a good idea to get a milk machine for the cafeteria. It was just a vending machine covered in a cow pattern that sold milk and other dairy products like yogurt, string cheese, other stuff like that. I don't know what it was about this milk machine, but it was the principal's pride and joy. You'd see him every single day stare at this thing, just walk by with like this grin that just showed he was super proud of it for whatever reason. The thing is, no one ever used it. I've only seen 2 people use it before this whole thing because pretty much it was just cheaper to use the a la carte line and take the stuff from there than it was to get the stuff from the milk machine. And since everybody was pretty much used to this setup, everyone just really stuck with it. So one day, all these other schools surrounding decided we were going to have a big concert here at this school, and everybody was going to come in and everybody was just going to perform here, basically. And of course, these choir students needed to get a lunch break, and this is when the magic happens. All of us are sitting at our tables enjoying our lunches when we notice something. There's this one kid standing right at the milk machine. This kid from another school who didn't even know the story behind the milk machine and how the a la carte line was cheaper. He had no clue. He just wanted some milk. And he went to get it from the milk machine. Everyone stopped talking, stopped eating, and just watched him. Was it really happening? Was the milk machine actually going to be used? We all waited in anticipation. Oblivious to the watchful eyes around him, he went for it. This kid, in an unfamiliar school, started by unfamiliar people, put in his money, punched in the number, and he got his milk. Everyone was stunned and amazed. We were just in awe staring at him. We did what I argue anyone would have done in this situation. We applauded. A few tables at first with just a few claps soon became a wave of riotous applause that swept over the entire cafeteria. Students leapt to their feet, a standing ovation for this boy who defied all odds and used the milk machine. This kid, unsurprisingly, was taken aback. He looked around confused, and once he realized that everyone was in fact staring straight at him and applauding, he took a little bow and scurried off. Nobody even used the milk machine after this. It was just completely abandoned once again, and they ended up taking it out I'd say a couple months later. That's pretty much it for the stories. Let me know if you have any other ideas, or if you have any other stories, comment them down below and you might be able to get into another video. These stories do need to be pretty long, so about the size that these were, at least I'd say it should take at least, at the very minimum, 3 to 4 minutes to tell the story so I can get the videos pretty long, because you know, I just want my videos to be a little bit longer than like a minute or two. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did, please do